All right, in this episode, what I want to do is teach you that you can make music. You don't need $1 million. You don't need $1,000. You don't even need $100 to make music. So let's start with the instruments that are free. What instruments are free that you can use to make music? Do you know what the #1 instrument is that's free all over this world? Your human voice. La, I can sing. You were born with the voice and you can sing. And you don't have to be great at it. Singing is natural, it's enjoyable, it's fun, and you don't have to be fantastic of it to enjoy the pleasure of singing with your voice. And of course, if with your family or friends or colleagues or choir members, of course, it's so fun to do it with other people. Okay, moving on, other things you can do. Body rhythms. You can do rhythm. All kinds of things with your body, and you have that with you at all times, and you can make rhythms with your body. Other things to do that are free. You probably already own some sort of pencils or pens, so you can take those things that you already own and make some rhythm with them with whatever you have, okay? Or simply touching them together. Another way to make music for free, if you have any kind of electronic apps or a computer, you can make music with those devices. If you have a computer and you can go on the website or anything that goes in the internet, you can go to Chrome Music Lab. Chrome Music Lab has some 14 games or experiments that you can create music with, and some of them are amazingly powerful. I have some videos on my YouTube channel here that show you how to use some of those devices. If you have, what else? Let's see. If you have a phone or something else, you can also download apps to the device itself that can create music. So there you go. Okay, what else? Giveaways. That's another one. Giveaways. People I would say all the time, every day on this planet, people are giving away instruments and musical devices that they no longer need or no longer use. Or perhaps they would let you borrow an instrument or device. They have an extra guitar or flute or violin sitting around doing nothing, and perhaps they'd be willing to loan that to you or let you borrow it or simply give it to you for free or donate it. For $10 or less. Now, $10. What can I get for $10? A great instrument here is these things. Drumsticks. They're about $7 or so at your local music store or online. If you've never had them before, it's best, I suggest the lighter versions, maybe not the super heavy ones. And great way you can then make music, okay? And you say, Mr. Wright, don't I need to buy a drum? No. Look, here's a drawer from my dresser here. Here's one also for $10. Here, $5 for a paint bucket from Lowe's or Home Depot. There you go. You can make rhythm with that. There you go. So for about $10, wonderful musical instruments. What else? Glasses. Glasses. Last week, a part of my music workout. If you didn't see it, go see last week's music workout low-tech edition. And I showed you how to make music with glasses. Different pitch. Pitch changes as you drink the water. Different glasses will give a different tone. All right. A recorder. Recorders. This one probably cost about as cheap as I can get. I'm sure it was not more than $10. There you go. A recorder. You can get these online or at your local music store. Maybe you spend the $15 instead of, the $5 version, but that's probably the $5 version and it will get the job done. Moving on to the $25 to $50 category, $25 to $50 category, you have some additional choices. One is the melodica. Melodica is a keyboard instrument that you blow into and it makes sounds as you play the piano notes. You can play with one hand or even two. All right. They usually come with a wind tube if you want to set it on your lap and play with both hands, piano style. That works too. These start at about $20 online. And this version I just played, I think this was $50. So you don't spend a lot of money. The lower cost versions are fine. Ukulele, okay. Now you can start getting the plastic ukulele starting at about $25. You can get one of these with a plastic body, but it will be fine and get the job done. There you go, ukulele. The wood versions are a little bit more, okay? Maybe starting about $60, $80 on up, depending on their size. Another one would be getting a real drum, okay? A real drum. I think you can get some very inexpensive bongos for about $50. Although these ones, maybe you need to spend more than about $100 for maybe a more decent one. But you can find them for starting at about $50. Bongos, and you can take them anywhere, very flexible. They're tunable, so you can change the pitch. Okay, another one for if you look carefully, for under $50, maybe a xylophone kind of thing. This one I got at a thrift shop, not a thrift shop, yeah, thrift store, used hand, whatever, antique shop. Okay, yeah. There you go. Got a couple mallets. I did. It came with mallets, but I got some wood ones with little plastic tips just to make it sound a little bit better. Thumb piano. Thumb piano. These come in various names, and they have various number of notes. This one's one of the simpler kinds. I think there's a Kalimba. They're super easy to play. Just grab your fingers. And you do a little pattern. Yeah, and you can play them. This one has about as few notes as they come, and you can get them with more, but super easy. You can take it anywhere and create sort of music loops or patterns with that. Okay, moving on to the $100 category. What if I bump up and say, I have $100, what can I get for that? Well, you could, ukulele, we mentioned that before, definitely in the category. Another option would be guitar. So let me pull down the guitar here. This guitar I bought at a garage sale that my neighbor had. Okay, and he was moving to Hawaii and he was getting rid of everything. And I pulled up and Okay. This is kind of an off-name brand. It's a Lio Guitar. I'd never heard of Lio Guitar, but I found out they made these in the 1970s. So this is probably a 45 or 50-year-old instrument, and it's lovely. You can start to get guitars at your music store starting at about $100, although I say if you can go up a little bit higher, 150 to 200, you definitely have a lot more quality choices. But if you look carefully for the used instrument and maybe you take someone that knows guitar and can try it out, you actually could find a very, very playable instrument for $100. Okay, what else? Same thing with violin, perhaps flute, some of these other instruments. If you take a musician who plays that instrument with you, you might find a bargain at $100 on one of those instruments. All right, let's talk about piano and keyboard. Here's a keyboard piano. You actually can get in the piano keyboard game for $100. All right, now they're not the greatest, they're not the best, they may not have the greatest sounds, but you're in the game, and that's huge, okay? If you looked in the used market, you can maybe find the $200 keyboard for sale for $100. It might be a few years old, it might have a little bit of wear and tear, but it might be a fine instrument and you might get that $200 quality at the $100 price. By the way, pianos are being given away every day for free, and so you might look around for a free piano. Take somebody who can give it a try, make sure that it works, and then you do have to transport it home, and then you're probably going to need to get it tuned, and a tuning does cost about $150 these days, okay? There are plenty of other choices, and I hope that you enjoy finding an instrument that you enjoy playing. Thanks for joining me today.